Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new episode of NASCAR Heat 4 Career Mode. I hope you're all having a great day. Today we do the whole round of 8 for the Xfinity Series. We're going to decide the final 4 that will fight for a championship at Homestead Miami Speedway. Obviously we're in the running coming into this round, 4 points to the good. So obviously we have a good chance here possibly of making the final 4. So hopefully we can keep up the consistency in this round. But first we have a Truck Series race where we had subscriber Cam the Best in the truck. Started in the back after failing inspection multiple times, so obviously some work to do for this team in this race. I will be making a video about having other new subscribers in the truck, especially when we get to the Cup Series here just in a few days, to be honest. Now, as you see, Cam the Best, so he came out of turn 4, moving his way forward. At this point, this was the final lap as he would cross the line in front of the 5 of Dylan Lupton. He would come through with a pretty solid 14th place finish after starting in the back here today at Las Vegas. Austin Hill did get the victory, but now we cut straight through to the Xfinity Series for the first race of the round of 8 here in Kansas. It wasn't a great qualifying effort from me, so already knowing that we got some work to do as the green flag though is out. The round of 8 is underway here in the Xfinity Series. Can we make the final 4? Our rival Ross Chastain actually had tried to turn me right there from behind in the right rear on the initial start as we go down towards turns 1 and turns 2 for the first time here today. Our Stewart Haas Racing teammate of Chase Briscoe leads away as we exit turn 2, heading down the back straightaway. Myself and Briscoe, the only 2 SHR drivers still remaining in the playoffs. Obviously, our teammate Cole Custer, who was second in the points most of the season, even leading the points at parts of the season, got eliminated in the first round. So a very disappointing end for Cole Custer, and that just shows you that really not really safe anywhere in the points. So anyone can go up pretty quickly, but we would come through to the final lap already in the stage. I did all 13% races because there's so many races in this episode. We're doing the whole round. We would come through though to get P5 as Custer won the stage. The pole sitter of Briscoe actually had fallen behind as we had gotten past him. So we got P5 in the first stage, so a pretty decent points stage for us, and we'll get right back into the action here for stage 2. You're definitely going to see a little bit shorter clips of these races in this episode since there's so many races that we got to get through here to do the whole the whole round of 8 though, as the green flag is out for stage 2 at this point from P5. So on the inside I was pretty confident that maybe we could even get up to P3 here. As you see, Custer obviously leading the way, Gregson second, he's trying to make the final 4, Cindric third as we try to battle Justin Haley for that 4th position as we go down in turns 3 and turns 4 for the first time here in this second stage. On that left rear of Haley as we exit turn 4, trying to make no contact now as we come through the travel, coming through to cross the line to complete the opening lap of this stage. But the car obviously, as it went on, started to fall off a little bit, and that was starting to become an issue as we come through now on lap 3 of 5. We had actually lost that spot back to Haley, and the 51 of Clements actually got past me, but behind me the 1 of Michael Lynette just got in the wall, and that actually brings out a caution and ends stage 2 a couple laps early. So that makes Custer once again the stage winner. He's out of the playoffs, that doesn't matter for him, but once again we would stay out with no need to pit and get ready to start the 3rd and final stage here at Kansas Motor Speedway as we are once again underway. Custer and Gregson on the front row, and then we got Cindric and Clements, 2 road course drivers. The game considers Clements to be a bit of a road course ringer for some reason, so it's a little bit weird. He does have a win in Road America in real life, but I never really looked at Clements as a favorite at road courses, but the game certainly does favor him at road courses. Now as we go down this back straightaway behind Chase Briscoe in P6, we got past Clements as we go down into turn 3. There you see Christopher Bell behind us, typical Christopher Bell running up on that high lane. Now as we come through the center of the corner on the exit of turn 4, heading down this front straightaway, coming through to complete the first lap of this 3rd and final stage here in Kansas. But as we came to a few laps later, now on lap 19 of 28, we had actually dropped positions down to P9, being pressured by Mike Lynette, who brought out a caution earlier. He would get past me, and then we were down to P11 at this point as we came through turns 1 and turns 2, but there's trouble up ahead, and it's the 23 of John Hunter Nemechek as we get to the inside. The caution comes out late here in Kansas, setting up for a late race restart as we get right back into the action here with 2 laps to go here in Kansas Speedway. And we're going to make a big move to the outside here of Michael Michael Annett, who has damage on his car as we go down towards turns 1. Our teammate of Briscoe on the inside. We're going to look up the inside now. Jeremy Clements make it 3 wide. Up the middle between Clements and the 22 of Austin Cindric. Cole Custer continues to lead the way. We're sideways on the exit of the corner, but we keep it straight now as we go down this back straightaway, approaching the final lap this time by in Kansas as we go down into turns 3 and turns 4. And as we came through now on the back straightaway on the final lap, still running in about P8 or so as we look to the outside of Christopher Bell, going down into turns 3 and turns 4 for the final time, moving up the track a little bit tight. Cole Custer leads the way though as we exit turn 4. Gregson second, not close enough for him. We lose a spot there to both the 98 and the 1 cars. We come through to cross the line just in front of Clements to get credited with P9 as Cole Custer wins here in Kansas. Doesn't really matter for him at this point, obviously. He's just trying to get some wins now as we're 1 point to the good going into Texas. So we gave up some points, unfortunately, here in Kansas. So we cut through now to Texas Motor Speedway. 2 races remain before the Final 4 is decided, and hopefully we can have a good run here today at Texas. Once again, a not so good qualifying effort down in P18 as the green flag is out. We are once again underway here now at Texas Motor Speedway. And these first couple of stages of really each race really are affected by my qualifying efforts, because we just can't seem to get some good qualifying efforts in, and that's definitely going to hurt us in the long run, because this opening stage, obviously a good opportunity to make up some points, but we keep qualifying bad and it just puts us behind each and every time. So now I was starting to get a little bit concerned because, like I said, we only come into this race 1 point to the good. So if we don't have a good race here today at Texas, then we're definitely going to be in a bit of a hole now as we come through to complete that opening lap, looking to the inside of the 99 of Tommy Joe Martins. We would come through to get up to P11 by the time we came to the final lap of this first stage, only on lap 4 though, as we came out of turns 4 in front of Jeffrey Earnhardt. So no stage points for us here in stage 1, and that's going to be a big hit as we cross the line. Multiple playoff contenders up ahead get points, so definitely going to be a big hit for us, as Cole Custer did get P2 in the first stage. So once again, the best of the SHR drivers as we get right back into the racing though, as stage 2 is underway here at Texas Motor Speedway from P11 right behind Austin Cindric. We need to be aggressive, so we're going to look to the inside, make it 3 wide with Cindric as we go down towards turns 1. Ryan Sieg on his outside now as we look to the inside of both the 7 of Allgaier, now the 98, and the 11 of Justin Haley as we come through the center of the corner. It's a great restart for myself as we go down this back straightaway. 3 wide for a moment there with Haley and Tyler Reddick as we go down into turns 3 up inside the top 10 at this point. Christopher Bell leading the way now as we are on the inside of the 11 of Haley, who battles back. We almost make contact as we're sideways out of turn 4, but we hang on to the car now as we come through that trial, completing the first lap of this second stage in P7 at this point as we go down towards turns 1. And it certainly felt like the older the tires got, the more it was playing into my favor as we would move up into P6 as we came through now to the final lap in this second stage as we came out of turn 4. So a pretty decent run here in stage 2, but in my opinion it's not going to be enough to make up for the points lost in that first and opening stage. So we're definitely going to need a really good result here in this third and final stage as Christopher Bell wins stage 2, so he's setting himself up really well, as once again no need to pit here in the second stage as we would get ready to go green in the third and final stage here at Texas Motor Speedway. Can we win our way in to the final 4? We're about to find out as the green flag is out. The third stage is underway with 13 laps to go here at Texas Motor Speedway. On the inside is Justin Haley in the 11 car as we go down into turns 1. Tyler Reddick looking to my inside, Chase Briscoe behind. Obviously Briscoe another playoff contender, we got to be careful with him as we exit turn 2, heading down the back straightaway behind the 1 of Michael Annett. We're going to make it 3 wide up the middle between Annett and the 11 of Justin Haley as we go down into turns 3. Christopher Bell uses that outside, and so does Cole Custer. Gregson leads that bottom lane now as we exit turn 4, still in the middle of a 3 wide for a brief moment, but we get out of that 3 wide now as we come through to complete the first lap of the third and final stage behind our teammate of Chase Briscoe. Is going to look up the inside there of Justin Haley, and Michael Annett making some 3 wide moves. He would be moving forward, and so would we, because we would climb up to P3 as we came to lap 19, now making a move for P2 on Chase Briscoe. We just followed him through the traffic, and it paid off because we take P2 away, and we were slowly but surely closing that gap in on Christopher Bell as we came through now on lap 20, going down into turns 3, only 9 laps to go, and now we get a caution, and this is going to force a late race restart here at Texas Motor Speedway. We get right back into the action now. Christopher Bell leads the way, but we're joining him on the front row with 6 laps to go here at Texas Motor Speedway. On the row behind, it's Gregson and Chase Briscoe, and then Custer down there in P5 as we go down through turns 1 and turns 2 on this opening restart here now as we exit turn 2 sideways through the center of the corner, though, but we hang on to it as we go down this back straightaway. Needing to get clear of Gregson as quickly as possible as we came through to the next lap, clearing Gregson just like we needed to down into turns 1, trying to put the pressure on Christopher Bell, and me and Christopher Bell would drive away from the field as we came through, approaching the final lap at this point, getting onto the apron through turns 3, but we were closing back in on Bell. He had actually put a little bit of a gap in the a couple laps after that restart, but we close it back in now as we start the final lap here at Texas Motor Speedway, going down through turns 1 and turns 2 for the final time. No one even close to us from behind as we get a pretty decent run as we exit turn 2, heading down the back straightaway for the final time, a chance to punch our ticket in to the final 4 with the victory as we go down into turn 3 on the outside now of Christopher Bell. Right on his corner panel, and we make contact, and sideways up the hill we go on the exit of turns 4, sliding down towards the infield now into the pit lane. Christopher Bell will win here in Texas, and we cross the line to get P3. A very disappointing end as we had a chance to win the race. Obviously, going up to the outside, it didn't look like it was going to happen, but I made a move for it, and it didn't quite pay off as it was Gregson in second. And now we come through out of Texas, 6 points to the good, going straight into ISM Raceway now as we're going to get right into the action here for the final race of the round of 8 in Texas. Just didn't go quite as well as we needed it to in stage 1, and once again going into ISM Raceway, not a good qualifying effort, the same actually as Texas, P18 as the green flag is out. Definitely have some work to do, because if we don't have a good opening stage here at ISM Raceway, then the pressure is going to be on. And based off of the last time we came to this racetrack at ISM Raceway, we didn't have a good first 2 opening stages here at this track, but the third stage went really well, so obviously the points extremely important in this race. We are 6 points to the good right now to be in that final 4, but definitely a rough first stage could easily put us on the outside looking in. Just 1 stage is all it takes right now to put us on the outside, so definitely concerned as I went down into turns 1 and 2 right there now as we came through to the final lap in stage 1. A big move from the 5 of the inside, and he's going to go spinning out of turns 4 on this final lap in the stage, and that's going to bring out a caution. Either way, it was the final lap, so it did not matter, but he made a big dive bomb, and that's a big issue with this track, and unfortunately we get P17 here in this opening stage at ISM Raceway, and I figured right there was a big hit to us. I figured that with that 17th place finish in stage 1, we are likely on the outside looking in, so already getting very aggressive on the start of the second stage, because now it's almost looking like if we have another rough finish here in stage 2, we're going to have to basically win this race to get in ISM Raceway. I've never actually won a race here, so that's already a bit of a concern. Now as we go down this back straightaway, looking to the inside of the 19 of Brandon Jones at this point as we go down into turns 3 and at turns 4 behind us we get Ryan Sieg, Tyler Reddick, who's not having the best run at the moment now as we head down through the trial, crossing that line. 13th place here on lap 2 of 5 in the second stage as we go down into turns 1, but we struggled because we came to the final lap, we didn't do anything, we were still P13 now, so it was a big struggle in this second stage, as well as we look to the inside of Greg Golding, making contact there as we came out of turn 4. Allgaier wins the stage. We get P13 here in the second stage, so now it pretty much puts us in a position where we have to win this race, because Justin Allgaier winning in itself would put us outside of the final 4. So definitely Allgaier dominating this race so far. We have to win this race pretty much if we want to make the final 4. Not a position that you want to be in as a driver, but it's the position we've gotten ourselves in. Now as the green flag is out, the final stage is underway. In front of us is Gregson, and we're going to make a 3 wide already with him and Greg Golding in the Panini car. Now is going to look up the inside as well of our rival of Elliott Sadler. At this point I didn't care that he was a rival. We were going to be as aggressive as we needed to be now as we come through turns 1 and on the exit of turn 2 back to the inside of the 19 of Brandon Jones. We're going to make a 3 wide with Jones and Michael Annette in the 1 car as we go down the back straightaway towards turns 3. Cindric took the lead away from Justin Allgaier on the restart, but that would still put us out of the final 4 even if Cindric won, so definitely not what we need as we come through to complete the opening lap here in this third and final stage. Only 12 laps to remain at this point. Behind us our rival Sadler trying to put on the pressure as we make contact with Sadler through turns 1, but we do hang on to the car. It was 4 wide actually for a brief moment there. but definitely starting to get a little bit frustrated I was at this point, knowing that we have to pretty much win this race. But we came through now to P6, we had gotten up to P5, passing Kaz Gralla. We would also pass the 19 of Brandon Jones, who had actually started to fall off a little bit. He had actually fallen down the order, so like I said, we would get past Brandon Jones now as we came through on lap 21. We would actually get a caution, though, with 7 laps to go here at ISM. Allgaier had retaken the lead now, as this would force, once again, just like we've gotten each race in this round, a late race restart. We had moved up to P4 though, so a chance here to maybe win at ISM Raceway. The 2 drivers on the front row are looking to win their way in now, as the green flag obviously out with 4 to go as we go down towards turns 1, and on the inside it's our teammate of Chase Briscoe, who's also trying to point his way in now, as I believe myself and Briscoe came in to this race tied on points. Now as we're going to get aggressive, we're going to make it 3 wide up the middle for second place as we go down into turns 3 and turns 4, approaching 3 laps ago. We slide up the track, getting into the side of Cindric just about now, as Sadler, our rival, looks to the inside. We need to get clear of Sadler as quickly as possible, and we would be able to get clear of Elliott Sadler as we came through to the end of the lap now, cutting the dog leg, and we would cut it really well with 2 to go, making it 3 wide up the inside with Cindric and the 98 of Chase Briscoe as we went down into turns 1, sliding up the track a little bit once again, but we get out of the corner with a great launch, and we're closing in now on the 7 of Justin Allgaier. We need to win this race to get into the final 4 as we go down into turns 3 and turns 4. I don't want to wreck Allgaier for the victory, but we definitely need to be aggressive and be on full attack mode as a white flag is in the air here at ISM Raceway. Allgaier within 25 seconds of punching his ticket in to the final 4 as we go down into turns 1 and turns 2, continuing to close in on the back of Justin Allgaier in the JRM car now as we go down this back straightaway, continuing to close that gap now as we're going to have descended into turns 3, and we do just that now as we're going to make contact with Allgaier. He has the momentum, but we're going to continue to slam into the side of him sideways. Allgaier goes as we come through to cross the line. It's P2 at ISM Raceway. Allgaier barely edges us out. A wild finish here at ISM Raceway, but it means that we are out of the playoffs because we just got eliminated from the final 4 by about an inch or so. So that was very unfortunate way to get eliminated there. As I put myself in that hole with a bad qualifying effort at Texas, and ISM Raceway qualifying is so hard to be competitive at. But in the next episode, we will be going to decide a champion at Homestead, Miami. There's your final 4 on the screen. So as always, though, if you guys did enjoy this episode, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Those would all be very appreciated. We went out in the same round that we did in NASCAR Heat 3, which is unfortunate, but I'll see you guys in the season finale. Thank you for watching, everybody, and have yourselves a great day.